so it's me, Kiani. Today's video, I'm bringing you a wear test where I'm going to be trying some high-end products as well as some less expensive options. On this side of my face, I am going to be trying the new Master Camo and seeing how well it pairs with the new Makeup Revolution concealer. And on this side of my face, I am going to be sticking with my older but goodies, my Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting with my Tarte Shape Tape. There's been a lot of conversation around these two products. We're going to get into that, and like I said, it's going to be a wear test. I'm going to actually take you around town with me as I do some check-ins to really see, can we save that coin? So if you want to see which side fares out, high end versus low end, just keep on watching. Alright guys, let's get started. I am so excited to do this comparison of high-end versus low-end, only because I like my high-end products. I typically create my makeup routines around them, so I just always in my mind feel like more expensive equals better quality. And honestly, in my personal opinion, that has always been the case, but the drugstore now has rival products, so I want to make sure that I stay abreast of the products that I can kind of give you guys comparison on. And what better way to start that than looking at something that's so instrumental in my makeup routine as color correcting and concealer. So what we're going to be testing today are the new Makeup Revolution concealers. I'm so freaking excited about this because so many people have compared them to the Tarte Shape Tape. And for those of you that are new, Tarte Shape Tape was my #1 concealer. This was the only really concealer that I purchased over and over in 2017. And you know what? Makeup Revolution is, from what I hear, coming for Tarte Shape Tape. I am going to be pairing up the Master Camo by Maybelline up against the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. I'm going to compare these two together. I thought it would be great just to go ahead and put these all in the same video. I don't ever use a concealer without a color corrector, so I want to see if I can actually create something spectacular on camera. So let's get started. I'm just going to prep my skin using my Badescu spray. I have to say, if you haven't seen my winter skin video, I'm definitely going to leave that in the description box. It's showing me use the entire line of Badescu, and you see today I'm only using the spray, and it's because the entire routine has been keeping my skin right on point. This is my easier on the eye side, so I'm going to go ahead and use the cheaper end or the less expensive option on this side of my face, and then we'll go in high end on this side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab this Master Camo, and I'm just really excited to try this out. Like, I've seen so many of these videos. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of my Naked Skin on the other side. Now right off the bat, I will tell you the Urban Decay side is a little bit wet. I always had an issue with this being a little bit wet, so automatically, just consistency wise, I like this side better just because of the consistency. And I always had to let my Urban Decay one dry down, which I do feel like automatically I could go in right away and apply concealer to the Master Camo because it starts to dry down a little bit faster. I probably should have did this first before I went ahead and put the color corrector on. I only have 2 colors in the Makeup Revolution, and before I get started, I want to give a big shout out to the Ulta in Augusta, Georgia. These Makeup Revolution concealer, they're very hard to get your hands on. I think the first time that I tried to order them, shipping was going to be absolutely ridiculous. It was going to run me about $30 to get at least one of these. So my Ulta store has them, and if you've been to Ulta stores, you've seen that a lot of them are getting remodels because drugstore products are getting a boost right now. So a lot of the companies are rushing to readjust the kiosks, be it the first part of the year. But I would like to think that Makeup Revolution is doing a whole model redo in the Ulta stores because they have been coming for this Tarte Shape Tape. A lot of the beauty bloggers have banned Tarte because they released their foundations. They didn't release the full line of the foundations, company saying, you know, at the same time. And you know what? It's leaving a gap in the market for something a little bit less expensive as spectacular. Hence the Makeup Revolution. So the shade that I have is C12, And I also picked up the C9. So I'm going to swatch these two on my hand. Ooh. This is the C12. And I would probably say it is comparable to Tan in the Tarte Shape Tape. C12 and Tan. It's pretty close. So we're going to go ahead and tap on my Tarte Shape Tape. And remember I was telling you that this side was going to dry down faster. Trust me, it is. And we're going to go ahead and tap. The applicator is very similar. It's a little bit smaller. Just going to pop this on. Now, price-wise, it's really economical. So I'm really hoping for something great. I like the color. I love that it's not too ashy. And I'm using a good bit because I'm going to do just kind of a minimalistic makeup look today. And I just really want to see is it going to hold. So just right off the bat, it's giving a very similar luster. And considering that the color corrector was already starting to dry down, it's giving it a little bit more life. So what I'm going to do is just spray both sides because they both needed a little bit more moisture. They had already started to dry down. And I'm going to go in with my Morphe. This is the E25. And I'm just going to start tapping this side out first because this side is staying a little bit damper. Definitely drier, definitely. So of course, normally if I were to apply product, I would not wait that long to tap it out, but you know, we were having a conversation. From what I can see, it didn't cover that color corrector as good as I would have wanted it to. On this side, let's see here, comparison wise. Okay, Tarte Shape Tape is sticking to that color corrector much better. They're both giving me kind of that salmon-y undertone. You know what? Right now they're looking very comparable. Like on camera, this side might be that much more less coverage, or that much more, yeah, less coverage. Just an inkling. Just a bare smidget, but nothing that I'm mad at. Can you see how this side is a little bit, just a tinge bit more orange? This side is just a tinge bit more light. Right now, I'm giving both sides a pretty good thumbs up. In my last video, I used the Super Stay by Maybelline. This is the 24-hour foundation, and the shade that I had was totally wrong. You guys suggested that I moved over to Golden. Golden is 312, so we're gonna try that on camera. I did try it one other time, and I know this foundation is so thick. I'm going to tell you guys, it is full coverage. Like, this one is not for the lighthearted, shall we say. So if you like a sheer foundation, girl, she's not the one for you. That shade is definitely better. They're playing nice together. That's cool. I love that my foundation and my color corrector and concealer on this side is playing very nice together. Oh yeah, I would definitely say the 312 is better. What I'm seeing right now, which is a little bit crazy, this side is covered a little bit better than this side. And I think it's because I didn't put enough foundation on up here on the top, so I'm just going to blend this out as well. Just use like another half a pump. If you ever see color corrector peeking through, just tap back over it with a little bit of foundation to mend it all together, because nobody wants to know that you're color correcting. So if you have spotting, if you have acne scarring, and you're using color corrector, make sure you put a concealer on top and then lay the foundation on top, because it really allows you to camouflage much better than going on top of your foundation and packing and patching. Like, at some point of the day, you're going to be able to see where you patched and spackled. If you do it underneath the foundation, everything starts to play nice together, okay? I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this face. I am impressed. The color corrector on this side is playing very nice. Let me get my crown mirror and pull it up close. She is playing very, very nice with that Maybelline. I did pick up the Makeup Revolution. This is the luxury baking powder. This is the banana powder. Okay. And I also have the traditional banana powder. This is just the compact formula that I travel with. So we're going to be comparing these two. Now, I am going to shake a little bit of my RCMA powder because this is Holy Grail. And I talk about this all the time. If you haven't purchased it, check the link below. And what I want to do is hurry up and set this under eye area. So I'm going to set that first, just because I find that the RCMA powder keeps me from creasing underneath the eye area. And then I always go in with my banana powder. Take a little bit off in my cap. I'm looking at my monitor. This side is snatched. Now let's do the same. I'm going to grab just a little taste of my banana powder, my traditional banana powder. Snatched equally as well. They look the same. Crazy. They look the same. What I'm going to do is finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and I'm going to let you guys see the finalized result. But I want to let you know that I will not be back in studio to finish this video up. So I'm going to do a few check-ins on my vlogging camera, and then tonight we will really analyze it, because even the days that I'm not doing show work, you guys typically see me on my vlogging camera. You see me on Snapchat. You see me on Instagram. So let's really test this all the way through today. Okay. All right, guys. So here is the final result. I decided to go to war with this wing, and you know what? I think it's winning. However, this is the final result of me using the less expensive option on this side of my face and high end on this side. The only thing that I need to do now is just kind of spray. Only because I see that powdery residue underneath my eye. So I always just kind of go in, spray, and lightly tap out just to kind of press it in. And another fun fact, if you guys wanted to know, I did not powder the rest of my face. This Super Stay foundation, it goes on like a dream, dries down like powder. So just so you know, there was no other powdering on my face. So I'm actually going to wear this beat all day long, and I'm really looking to see, is this high-end side of color correcting going to stand up to my high-end side, or have I been completely disillusioned and the high-end side hasn't been doing as near as good as I thought. So we're going to test it all day long. I'm going to come back, check in with you guys periodically. Like I said, I'm going to be trying it with my vlog camera, which is actually good because right now I do have studio lighting, but you'll be able to see me. It's kind of dull outside. I'm going to go to the nail salon and things of that nature. So I'm going to take you guys along with me as I wear this beat, and we'll see which side wins out. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so when I originally put the foundation on, it was right about 10 o'clock. Right now it's no difference, like 10:09. I'm going to get my nails done, but I want you to see it with this natural lighting. High end versus low. Okay, remember, this side is the high end side. This one is, I don't even know if we really should call it low end. I think it's more of an economical option. Let's say that, because it's really holding, like it's holding on. So everything is nice and finished. So yeah, we're gonna go on about our day, and we'll check back in a bit. So I've spent time, got my nails done. It's now, what time you got? What time?
12:32.
12:32. If you're looking at me, can you tell which side is high end and which side is low end?
No, you look perfect.
Okay, that's a good answer on any other day. But seriously, can you tell me which side looks most expensive?
I can't.
You can't tell?
No.
You really can't tell?
No.
Come on, take a look. Just take a wild guess. Like, really analyze it.
Probably your left side.
My left side is what?
Over here.
Okay, is what?
Your left side.
My left side is what?
High end, I guess.
Is high end? What makes you say?
I don't know.
Come on, be
the sun
serious.
is hitting it.
Because the sun is hitting it?
Yeah.
And why would you say the other side?
Or the light is hitting it.
And why would you say the other end is not hitting? Okay, so now sunroof's open.
Let me see.
What side looks high-end?
Well, I see highlight over here.
You see highlight?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's like all the sun is, all the lights that turn your head. They look the same.
Come on. Be
They
serious
look the same.
now. Come on, which one? I'll tell you after the video is up if you were right. But what makes you say this side is high-end? Now the funny thing, most people are not going to stare at you this hard. Like he's really trying to analyze to figure out which
This is the side over here.
is what.
This is the better side.
It's the better side. What makes you say?
Because it just looks, the finish looks a little bit better, I guess.
The finish looks better.
Yeah.
Fair guess. What do you think, Camo? Which side looks best?
Both. You just look like the perfect mommy.
You see anything?
Which one's high in it though?
Yeah, which one is high-end? Okay, so even a critical child couldn't tell me which side was high-end. And Earl just took a wild guess, and like I told him at the end of the video, I'll let him know if he was right. And right now, we're just analyzing. They're both holding on very, very well, as far as I'm concerned. Like Earl, if you had to look at it though, if you had to stare, do you see, name the pros on this side? Come on.
Am I the makeup girl? No,
I just
I'm
want
the
your name.
makeup, married to the makeup girl.
Come on.
So, I don't know.
Any other time, trust me, he would be trying to give me his opinion. But now that I'm asking for it,
And
of
you-
course, he has
Oh,
no
wait, I
opinion.
think I know.
And Chandler
That side
is this,
right there.
This side, what?
That one.
What side? What?
Mm-mm, 'cause
What about it?
That one right there.
Oh,
Something wrong with that side.
Your left. Yeah, and
Yeah.
there.
What's wrong? What's wrong with it?
You got a flaw or something right here.
Like what? Like what? You got to be very specific with what
you
you
don't want
see.
to put that in the camera.
Yes, I do, because we're trying to
Yeah,
test.
because it look like something you starting to beat up right here.
I'm starting to beat up.
Yeah, you got like something.
You got a
like that
bump on
So
something
you're
it.
starting to see texture?
Yeah, we're starting to see some texture, huh?
Well, I see texture right here.
Yeah, but
Let me
it
see
ain't like
that.
what I'm seeing over there though.
So this side he's saying is showing texture. And that's been after 10 minutes of me badgering him, okay?
Yeah,
so,
that's what I was saying before.
but why couldn't you put it into words?
I just didn't know if there was a a flaw in your skill.
You already know it wasn't a flaw in my skill. Alright guys, so I am back. Babe, what time is it? I have Earl checking time for me. 8:23. So that means we've been doing this little experiment for about 10 hours. And I did a poll on Instagram and Snapchat, and so many of you got it wrong, which is great that you got it wrong. Either you couldn't tell, which was pretty much the consensus. Either you couldn't tell, or you said that this side, which is totally the low end side, you said that this side actually was the high end side. So my experiment is complete. So if you figure my Urban Decay all-nighter, my Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Corrector being $30, and the Tarte Shape Tape, let's just round it up, $30 give or take wherever your tax is. I think it's about $27. So we're saying give or take 60 bucks versus the low end option, which is, let's say round it up, $20. What? So technically, if I completely switch over to the low end option, I basically have a year's supply in what I would spend in one allotment of the high end version. So you know what? I'm sold on it. Like, I am still stoked. And there's more. I realized totally after I did the video that I didn't even apply more concealer on top of the color correcting and concealer steps that I did, because after I laid the foundation, everything looks so fluid. I didn't even go back in and add more concealer on either side. So that means the initial application gave me all day wearability. So most of us are really only doing about 6 to 8 hours in makeup. So I definitely went 8 hours. And remember, I told you this side of my face is not necessarily my best angle side. Like this side, typically, I don't care what happens, it caves more. And it's really looking a little bit more swollen and puffy right now, which is totally not cute. So we'll just play on this side. So anyway, that's the end of this wear test. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. Give it 2 thumbs up for more wear tests. I really did enjoy this experiment. I really did. And thank you guys so much for chiming in on my social media. Like, it was a lot of fun. And definitely the days that I am not like really in show mode, I'm hoping that I can bring you guys more of these videos. But the only way that I know that you enjoyed it as much as I did is if you comment down below. You guys know I love to connect with you, so make sure you connect with me. Follow me on all my social media links to never miss another upload. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I have no idea what you are waiting on. Like, your voice doesn't get heard if you don't continue to chime in with me. So subscribe. I mean, it's not going to kill you. It's totally free. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.